Hi guys, welcome to the weekly roundup for the Fife Property itself in terms of the Fife Property market and what's been happening in the market this week in terms of the number of transactions coming to the market versus the number sold. There's rumours going about that the market, because of the Chartered Institute of Surveyors, are actually indicating that the market is struggling. And the media has decided to report that in an adverse way, when in actual fact that is not the case. It's the number of transactions that aren't there. In other words, it's estate agents, it's solicitors, it's surveyors, it's everybody else, it's all the people that run the business in the property market that will suffer because the number of transactions are less than what they were 12 months ago. It's nothing to do with house prices being up. House prices are on their way up, and I'll show you why. So we're going to go through the numbers again. So this is what happened over Fife, over every single estate agent in Fife. It was using Rightmove. It came to the market and actually sold in that week. Good evening, Andrea. Okay, so let's look at Cooper. 9 properties came to market in the Cooper area. That's the KY15, KY14 postal codes. 13 properties sold. Well, again, demand outstripping supply there. East Neuk 3 versus 5. We're going to talk about further in the week. I'm going to do a wee launch on Lochie Homes. They're bringing their 30 bungalows released to the market in the St Monians area, but I'll talk about that during the week. I've got a wee bit of embargo on me just now. Some of the people have actually been sending out information, but I'm not allowed to talk about too much until I get official word I can do that. Okay, so sold to the market as well in the East Neuk area is 5. So again, demand outstripping supply. No surprise there. The St Andrews is taking a turn. It's 6 versus 10. You know, again, they're going the other way. St Andrews has been lagging behind for quite a long time, and now demand's outstripping supply. Leavenmouth 11 versus 22. Is Leavenmouth going to run out of properties to sell? If you've got a property in Leavenmouth to sell, get it on now, because now is the time. That's all I can say, because you can see there clear indicators, and before as well, for the last 12 months, the demand has been over 100% for properties in the Leavenmouth area of what's come onto the market. Okay, Dunfermline 46 versus 47. Glenrothes 15 versus 17. Again, demand outstripping supply. Kirkcaldy 37 versus 37. Stable market. So you can see overall the number of properties that came onto the market, 127 last week over Fife, and 151 have gone sold or under offer. So that gives you a real strong indication about where the market is. And as I said, you know, this is, you know, the media is trying to report that there's a problem with the property market. Yes, there is. It's the number of properties coming on to the market is the problem. We need more properties coming onto the market to quell the demand, you know, and to quench that thirst for demand for properties. So if you've got a property out there to sell, please take time. If you don't want to talk to anybody about it, there's a wee ready reckoner in here. I always put an instant valuation tool in, so you can just click on it at your own leisure. You don't need to speak to anybody. It gives you a 40-second, 60 seconds valuation. You put in your details, you put in the information. It gives you the top end of your valuation. It gives you the bottom end of the valuation. It gives you your midpoint of your valuation of your house as well. And it's a pretty accurate tool. You know, I've tried it several times. Everybody seems to like it. So we run with it every single time because it's really accurate. If it isn't accurate, it's easy enough for it to tell us, and then we'll give you an accurate idea about what your house is worth based on the information you've put in. Easy enough to do that for us. Let's look at some of the properties that we've sold this week. Jeez, it's going ballistic, I'll tell you. Okay, so Newmill Gardens in St Andrews, that was sold at a closing date. I got a record amount. We had, let me look at my notes, 5 other people lost out on this property at the closing date. So if you've got a property like this, we put the details, the full details of this property in our post, offers over 425,000. If you've got a property like this to sell, if you've got something similar, then please get in touch with us, because we've got 5 other people looking to buy a similar type of property. Amit Place in St Andrews, 450,000 offers over. Again, people lost out. If you've got a property to sell similar to this one, I've put the full details of this property in this post as well, so you can see, check out the property tour. First one I've done with a television production company this time, and I quite like it. Customers liked it as well. So I think we're going to run for it for high profile properties. Okay, so again, Shore Street commercial property in Anstruther, right on the very front. It was a hairdresser's. Again, 5 other people lost out at the closing date for this one. Overall, these properties were 22% on average over the value. So 22%. That shows you how buoyant this market is and how people are and how much demand is in there. Other properties sold over the board. Elmsdorf Street and London Links, that sold in 6 days. We had people lined up there for viewing and they gave them an offer but couldn't refuse. So again, they took off the market and it was done and dusted. And the other people didn't get a chance to view. The seller just couldn't refuse the offer. It was just too good. So that's another example of it. If you've got a property like this to sell, please get in touch with us. And Morris Street sold in 1 day and Methil, away straight away, buy-to-let investor. Great return. You know, I'm going to talk about in a minute about our property show this week. We did one on investment properties, and I'll briefly talk about that because I gave away a wee secrets again. So that sold straight away to an investor, and Wayside Cottage and Windygates. Properties we've got coming on this week. We have West Forth and Cellar Dyke. We have several other properties. It's a bit of fever pitch out there. We've got another one in Crail, which is a 3-bedroom. You've probably seen pre-launches for this on our property portals. Well, not on the portals. We've done it pre-portal launches. So you'll only see our properties first on our Facebook pages. And we'll do pre-portal launches almost 5 days before they hit any portal. So you have a chance to get in there before everybody else. And by the way, the ones I spoke about, everybody's got in there already. So they're already, or they're in process, lined up, getting ready to view, and they've not even hit any portal yet. So it shows you how quick you've got to be and how light-footed you've got to be in terms of getting that property before anyone else. So let's look at the blog and vlog I did. So we've been doing Increase Your Yield, Better Business Tip for Local Landlords. We ran that show yesterday at 9:30 on our live property show. Got a good response, and we covered things like reducing your outgoings. It was all the things that you can do to compound the effect to get better margins and get better profitability and better returns in your buy-to-let portfolio. And I'm meaning small, minor details, because at the end of the day, if you do 20 improvements over your buy-to-let portfolio and your processes and what you're doing, and you do that 1% improvement in each one, you've got an overall 20% improvement in your results in terms of what you're doing. Now, sometimes that doesn't increase in monetary terms, but often it does, because what you're doing is you're looking after a tenant a lot better than what you usually look after because your processes have improved. Your response times to your tenants have improved. You've reduced your outgoings as a result. You've maybe got an opportunity to subdivide and add more bedrooms. You've maybe reclassified a lounge or 2 reception rooms. One's now become a bedroom, so you get a better return on that as well. You've made it easy for someone to live in there, and you've presented the property like a pro. And we talked about as well, if you want a full review, I'm more than happy to do that. Success leaves clues, guys. I've just bought 5 properties in the last month. And I'm ready to go again. So success leaves clues. I can tell you how to do it. I can show you how to do it. And I've talked about it a bit more in that live show. So you'll get more information on that. There's a blog, there's a vlog, and there's also a podcast on the link in this post if you want to listen to that. And that's it, guys, for this week, for the Fife Property Show and the weekly roundup. And I'll see you all next week. We're probably going to be talking about something again, which is going to add value to what you do and everything you do in terms of property. And really, it's all about helping you manage life as it happens. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now from Jim Parker at Fife Property News.